Hi, I'm Jeff Ludy, the owner of Houston Window Experts, and I want to say thank you so much for watching this video today. I'm standing here in our showroom in Houston, Texas, and as you can see, we have 20 brands of windows and doors to pick from, including Andersen, Pella, Marvin, Windsor, and many other brands you haven't heard of, but they are terrific products. And today, I want to talk to you about the 5 most common, I guess I should say, mistakes that I see people make when they're shopping for windows. And maybe this will save you having to fall into some of those pitfalls that a lot of people fall into, and later on they look back and realize, oh gosh, I wish I had done more due diligence, or I wish I'd understood windows better. Because let's think about this. Did you know that studies show that the reason most people drop out of the window buying experience is due to confusion? Yeah, and maybe you yourself have been confused, or maybe you are confused, and that's the purpose of our video channel, is to help educate people about windows, specifically replacement windows, but also new construction windows, and how you can make the best decision you can for buying windows for your home. We believe at Houston Window Experts that it's our focus to treat people with honesty, dignity, with respect, and to be treated the way we'd want to be treated. And we believe that if you have more information, information is power, you will make a better decision. Hopefully that decision includes our company, but if not, if we've been helpful along the way, we're so glad we got a chance to meet you, even if it is via the YouTube channel. So I'm right here in our showroom, as I mentioned. I'm going to take you into the conference room. This is, by the way, I'll point this out to you, this is our Fleetwood multi-panel sliding door. And look at that thing go. I mean, it's just, these panels are about 400, 500 pounds a piece, but look how that thing just glides. It's beautiful. All 3 of the panels move. Gives a big expanse. If you're in the market for a beautiful sliding door like this, let us know. Maybe we can help you with that. So the 5 things that I see most common when people are buying windows are the things that perhaps salespeople kind of tend to mislead you in, because after all, you are being sold windows. And think about this. If you go to Best Buy and you buy a television, right, and you don't like it, they have a 15-day return policy for that. If you buy windows and you don't like your windows and they're already in your house, you're not getting your money back, you're not getting your old windows back, they're in a dumpster somewhere. And so getting it right the first time is critical. So are you ready for the top 5 things we hear that people make as mistakes? Okay, number 1, they fall in love with a window before they fall in love with a window company. I'll say it again. They fall in love with a window before they fall in love with a window company. Now, what do you mean by that, Jeff? Well, here's the thing. There's a lot of great salespeople out there, and a lot of them are actually people that are just manipulative, and they will get your full attention. They will spend 3 hours at your house pushing their specific brand of window. They'll bang and bash all the other window companies, and then at the end of that 3-hour high-pressure presentation, you're in love with their window. I mean, if you gave me 3 hours to talk to you about any of these 20 brands of windows, it would be the best window in the world if I played the game that way. We don't. We're like the CarMax of windows. We have different brands, different types of windows for different budgets. So our goal is to not try to convince you that we have the best window in the world. But here's what happens. You call company A or company B, and you get them on the phone, and one of the first indicators that you're about to be high-pressured sale is when they say, will all the decision makers be present? What they mean by that is, if you're married, for example, or you have a significant other, they want you and the other person there at the same time so they can do this high pressure pitch. And then you can't say, well, let me talk to my spouse about that and get back to you in a couple of days. So they want to eliminate that opportunity. And then what they'll do is they'll come to your house and they'll spend 3 hours, if you let them, and they will knock all the competition. They'll tell you how terrible they are, and then they'll tell you how wonderful their window is. And at the end of the experience, this high-pressure guy, who now you try to say no to, he becomes nasty and mean. And if you've been through this, you know exactly what I'm talking about. They'll say things like, why do you not like me? What is it you don't like about me? Earlier, Mr. Homeowner, when I said to you, don't you agree that window blah, 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 and you said yes, were you lying? Why did you say yes and now you're saying no? And they have these high pressure tactics, and they try to convince you to buy windows from them, and then you decide, I don't like this guy, I'm kicking him out of my house. You kick him out of the house, you go online, you try to find that window that someone else in town is selling, that same window, and you can't find anyone. So you call the factory and you say, hey, I love your window, but I don't like Joe. I'd like another window company to sell me this window. And they say, no, I'm sorry, you're going to have to go with Joe. He's our dealer in that area for that window. Well, basically now you have to go ahead and accept the good and the bad, the window you love with the person you hate, and you're going to end up with a bad relationship with that person probably because they're not doing business the way they should be doing business. Instead of falling in love with a window first, my advice would be fall in love with a good window company, especially one that has more than one window. The fact that they have one window is a sign of manipulation. Anybody who does a great job at whatever they do should have choices and options available to you. Back to Best Buy. They sell Sony, they sell Samsung, they sell LG, they sell Vizio. Why? Because they want to have choices for different clients, for different tastes, for different sizes, and for different budgets. And so the problem with falling in love with a window first is now you're on a quest to find somebody who sells that window instead of finding a great window company first. If you find a great window company first and you don't like them, you're not going to like their window. Because I've said it many times and it's true. A great window with a bad installer is a bad window. Now you say, Jeff, but his window was so great. He made so many great points. I know. And if you let him leave and you let another guy come into your house for 3 hours, he'll make such great arguments about his window versus the one you just saw that now you're going to say, yeah, I guess this guy's right too. Or you become so confused, remember we talked about confusion, that you just drop out of the whole buying cycle. So number one mistake I see is people falling in love with the window before they've fallen in love with the window company. The second mistake I see is focus on numbers. Everything becomes about numbers. Now, maybe you're an engineer type, right? We've got a lot of engineers in Houston because it's kind of what we do here. And engineer types, they'll get paralyzed. I mean, it's called paralysis by analysis, right? They want more information, they want more numbers, they want to compare on the numbers. Why? Because they get confused about the windows, so now they want to boil it down to just numbers. They think it's like math, right? If this number's better than that number, it's got to be a better window. Well, that's not true. Some people say, I've heard them say, well, Jeff, this window company is a bigger window company than that window company, as in somehow that makes it better. And I've heard this joke, it's kind of funny. It says, if bigger were always better, Miss America would weigh 400 pounds, right? But she doesn't. So bigger's not always better. Don't get confused by the numbers. Don't get confused by the size of the company. For example, this machine right here, this can tell me what type of glass is in a window and what the percentages of the values are. So you don't have to see these numbers, but you can trust me that I can put the glass here, I can compare the numbers, I can see the visible transmission, the infrared transfer, the solar heat gain, et cetera, et cetera. I've had people tell me before, Jeff, I want to go with brand X because they actually have better performance data than brand Y or brand Z. And we've gotten those windows together before, and we've held the glass up to this tester, and we've tested the glass, and guess what? They're 100% identical. Because if you watch my videos about glass, and there's a great video about low-E coatings and glass, you'll learn that while we have 1,800 window makers in the US, more or less, we only have about 4 glass companies. So they're all buying their glass from someone. So now it becomes about marketing. It becomes about giving it their special numbers. I had a guy call me the other day, and he said, Jeff, I'm so on the bubble about buying the window from you or another company. He said, because yours has 3 coats, theirs has 12. The guy told me theirs has 12 and yours only has 3. And I thought to myself, if they have 12 coatings of low E, oh my gosh, you're not gonna be able to see through that window. It's gonna be like a limo tint. So I went to their website, I researched a little bit. It wasn't 12 coats, it's 12 layers on a glass. And the one that I was selling, the low E366 from Cardinal, same thing, had the same number of coats. Because, well, actually surfaces, because you have, this is an outside surface, that's 1. Then you have an inside surface, that's 2. Then you have 3 coats of low E, so that's 5. And then you have 3 binder coats, 1 over each coat of low E. Now you're at 8. Then you have the inside surface, then you have the outside surface, then you have the clear on the outside. You add it up, it's 12. They weren't lying to the guy. But it was deceptive. It made it sound like my window's better than that guy's window. And focusing solely on numbers instead of focusing on how the window looks, how the window operates, what kind of warranty you're going to get, and most importantly, who's installing the window, that's a big mistake. People end up buying a window that meets all their number criteria, but it doesn't do anything else for them. And sometimes people can manipulate numbers to make them look better than they really are. So be careful for that. The third thing that I see, and it also ties into number 2, is because people are looking for a specific type of window and they like the numbers on the window, they end up with a frame that's way too chunky. I'm going to show you an example. Here's a vinyl window, a corner of a vinyl window that's got great ratings on it. But look at how wide that is. I mean, look at how much glass you're going to lose on this window. Now, if this was a window that was, say, 6 feet wide by 8 feet tall, you probably wouldn't care. You probably wouldn't notice how wide this frame is. But imagine a kitchen sink window, or that little skinny window by the front door, or the window in the bathroom. That window by the front door is only usually 12 inches wide. A 12-inch wide window and nearly 4 inches of plastic, you're going to end up with like 2 inches of glass in the middle. It's going to be hideous and ugly. Now, the ratings are going to be great. Why? Because the heat doesn't come through the frame like it comes through the glass. So when the guy says, well, here's my window, it's got a better heat rating than the other guy, well, maybe so, but you have a whole lot less glass on that window as well. So that's something to consider. People buy windows based on numbers and end up with ugly, chunky frames. Now, suppose you weren't into the numbers thing. That wasn't important to you, but you just wanted a good quality window. This window right here is a terrific window. It does everything that this window will do, and it's so much narrower. Look at the difference between these two. I'm going to put them side by side. Now, if you're wanting to buy frame or you're wanting to buy glass, which one would be the best choice for you? I've got some pictures we're going to throw up on the screen as I talk about this. I want you to see some examples of people who bought windows and they didn't get to see how it was going to look in their house until it was too late and these windows were already installed. And now they're regretting that they ever bought that window. So chunky frames, big, ugly, thick, chunky frames are a no-no, and we see people make that mistake a lot, and once the windows are in, they can't take them back. They absolutely hate it. Another mistake we hear people make all the time is the tonight only price. There's a company in town, there's more than one, but there's one in particular that they come out to your house and they do that 3-hour presentation, and then they say, and I'm gonna give you a real number here, I just heard this last week from a guy who bought windows from us. He said, Jeff, when they got all done with their 3-hour presentation, they told me, here's our price, this is $101,000. $101,000. But after all the discounts we have, it was $78,000. Oh, wow, wasn't that great? And they mentioned something about Labor Day, and I thought, well, what would Labor Day have to do with the cost of making a window? But I've seen Grandparents' Day discounts. I've seen Labor Day, Memorial Day, Thanksgiving sale. I mean, there's all these reasons they have. But the guy said, but if you buy tonight instead of $78,000, you can get it for $64,000. 78 to 64 because you buy tonight. If you let me walk across that threshold, Mr. Homeowner, that price goes with me and you will not get a better price ever again. I would have kicked the guy out. I mean, that's manipulation to me. Guess what? That job, we were at $41,000 for a comparable product with a better install, a better warranty, and better customer service. But a lot of people fall for that. I mean, obviously they do, or these companies wouldn't be in business. They wouldn't be sending you these flyers that are this big in your mailbox every day that talk about a big 40% off sale. And by the way, I've watched their Facebook page on these companies. Their big sale that ends at midnight on the 31st, they start a new one that's the same thing with different wording that ends on the 31st of the next month. So it's just this constant, you've got to buy tonight. Now here's one of the things they'll say to you. They'll say to you, look, this price is going to go away if you don't buy tonight. Why don't you go ahead and sign tonight, okay? Give me your deposit check. And you know what? I'm going to give you 3 days to change your mind. If you change your mind about these windows and you decide you don't want to move forward, I'll bring you back your check. We'll tear it up. We'll tear up the agreement, and you won't have to buy any windows from me. But I just hate to see you miss out on the opportunity to get this big savings that I can offer you tonight. Well, what they didn't tell the homeowner is that by federal law, that's called a 3-day right to rescind period. Anytime you buy something in your home, by federal law, you're allowed 3 days to change your mind. And they do it for this exact reason. Or, you know, grandma gets taken advantage of by a door-to-door salesman, and then the kids find out later and they want to cancel. So this is a federal law. He's not doing you any kind of favors. In fact, the dishonesty there, it just stinks to high heaven. It's like an acre of garlic walking into your house. Well, these guys stink so bad. So that's the other mistake, is the tonight-only price. Don't do that. Don't fall for it. In fact, just so you know, these professional window companies like this, they actually have what's called a rehash manager. His job is that after you don't buy that night, he calls you back. And he starts calling you back and offering a better price and a better price and a better price and a better price. So the truth is, buying the windows that night is actually the highest price you're going to get for those windows. Waiting will lower that price over a period of time. Believe me on that, it is true. So don't be in a rush. Sleep on it, take your time, think about it. Even if it's our window company, don't be in a rush. The last one is 0% financing. It kind of goes in conjunction with some of the other things that they talk about, right? They make you fall in love with the window. They focus on how great their numbers are. They tell you about how much you're going to love the performance, and then they tell you that you got to buy it tonight. And by the way, you can cancel in 3 days if you change your mind. And if you don't buy tonight, you're not going to also get advantage of our 0% financing. A lot of companies that do this, they offer 48 months of 0% financing. I have a great video. We'll send a link to you. I'll put a link to it in the description about the ugly truth behind 0% financing. But I'll give you the short version of it. Anytime someone gets a 0% financing option, it's actually costing the company that's selling the windows a percentage of the deal. They have to buy your interest rate from the lender so that they can offer it to you for 0%. It's anywhere between, it depends on how long the term is and how good your credit is, it's anywhere between 5% all the way up to about 18% of the deal. So if you were going to, if you say, well, Jeff, I've got good credit. Yeah, that's even worse. The better your credit is, the more they're going to charge the dealer for that because they know you're going to pay the bill. In fact, the guy who's not going to pay the bill actually costs less for a dealer to buy out his 0% because there's a chance that they're going to make interest money on that guy. But somebody like you with an excellent credit score, you're always going to pay your bill. What's in it for the lender when you pay your bill? 0. So they have to make their money from the dealer up front, usually between 5 and 18, as much as 20% for that. So don't fall for that, okay? Don't fall for that. Instead, make your best cash price deal. Even that guy who was at $64,000, if the customer who ended up buying from me for $41,000, if he said, I don't want the 0%, I want a better deal, not the 0%, they would have come off about another 10 to 15% off their price to close that deal right then without the financing because they know they don't have to pay for the financing. Instead, at Houston Window Experts, we don't play those games. We do have lenders, but you're actually going to pay for what you get. If your credit's good, you're going to have a very low credit interest rate. If your credit's bad, it's going to be higher, but it's going to be based totally on how creditworthy you are and the dollar amount of your purchase and your repayment terms, etc. So we actually do kind of like Lending Tree. If you've heard of Lending Tree for buying a mortgage, we have 13 lenders without even pulling your credit. It's a soft pull, not a hard pull. We can send off the dollar amount, and you get to do this online, by the way. We don't ever see your social security number or date of birth or any of that information. And you get a soft pull, and it'll tell you what you qualify for without even affecting your credit. They shop it to 13 different lenders so we can get you the best deal. So your best deal with any window company, especially mine, is to negotiate your very best cash price, if they didn't already give it to you in the first place, like they should have, and then pay with a check or pay with a wire or pay with cash, because then we don't have to do the credit card processing. It's going to save you money. But falling for the 0% thing is they got you on 2 parts. They told you had to do it now, and they told you that you don't want to pass up on a 0%. And most Americans, we're all kind of this way. We're a little greedy. We hate to pass up, quote, free money. But in this case, it's not free money. Okay, so those are the top 5 things. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Even if you live in another state, send me your stories about your window questions or how we can help, because we do know a lot of great dealers all over the country. Maybe we know someone in your neck of the woods that can help you. If you're in the Houston area, please give us a call or drop by. We'd love to meet you. We'd love to talk to you about your window project, and hopefully we can help you avoid these 5 mistakes. Thanks for watching and have a great day.